Alright, so I just came from watching Across the Spider-Verse, and this movie is 100% definitive proof that animation is superior to live action. Let me explain. Spoilers from here on out, so if you haven't watched it, shoot, go watch it and then come back, right? I'll still be here, hopefully. So, the main motivation for this movie is that this understanding that there are certain tragic events that are going to happen in any Spider-Man's life and that they're supposed to happen, and so Spider-Man should let that happen, right? However, from this trailer, it is also clear that Miles Morales Spider-Man doesn't really want to let that happen because if you haven't played the Miles Morales game or Spider-Man PS4 game, yeah, Miles' father is supposed to be dead, and that's a canon event, which is something that this movie establishes. Supposed events that are supposed to happen, and if you stop them from happening, the universe starts unraveling. Right? A fixed point, if you will. Anyone watch What If? So, anyways, the interesting thing about this motivation is that it's the same motivation that Kingpin had in the previous movie, with certain variations, right? Yeah, the Kingpin wanted to get his multiversal family back, whereas Spider-Man wants to save his family who already hasn't died. But as this movie points out, those two aren't really different because Miguel O'Hara says that he did the same thing when he found out about the multiverse, and after his daughter died, he went to a place where he had died but his daughter hadn't and replaced him. And then there is this really sad scene where everything goes to dust. And speaking of Miguel, that guy, I do not trust him. I mean, not just because he is opposing Spider-Man. Miles Morales is a cutie. I'll fight it to death about it. But also because in the beginning, there is this shot where he straight up becomes a vampire. And I guess all the people online who were looking too deep into the trailer saying that Miguel looks like a vampire are correct. For once I thought that even the most how do I put it, trusted of theory crafters are looking too deep into it, and I didn't want to trust it, but here we are. I guess Miguel is a vampire, and we are definitely going towards the Spider-Geddon storyline, which, if you don't know, in the comics is a storyline in which there are these group of people called the Inheritors, and they are vampire-like hunters who feed on human or spider totem deities. What are spider totem deities? Well, I mean, you can kind of guess, I guess, but I don't want to go too deep into it. But the basic idea is that there is this thing called the Web of Fate and Destiny, which is what you saw in the trailers when there was this web-like structure, and also in the movie. And there is the Master Weaver of the Web of Fate and Destiny, and I guess he has sort of his children all over the multiverse, and like every universe is supposed to have one spider person, and they supposedly represent a spider totem in that universe. I am butchering this massively. Seriously, if you want to find out about it, go search online. I'm pretty sure you'll get some better results. But anyways, so it's a storyline involving the Inheritors, and it's a big crossover event between all the Spider-Men that have ever been there, and it's a multiversal event, and I'm pretty sure Sony is just frothing at its mouth by the prospect that, they have a big Spider-Verse Avengers Endgame, essentially. Coming to the point that I made earlier, why I think that this proves that animation is superior. Well, firstly, there's little things like, for example, there's a scene where Gwen Stacy hugs her dad, and the thing is, it's nothing we've not seen too much of before. Like, this movie begins with Gwen Stacy reminiscing about her friend's death, that is Peter Parker. So if you remember, in her universe where she's Spider-Woman, Peter Parker became the Lizard, and he died. Here it is revealed that her father, Captain Stacy, found Peter's body and found Gwen kneeling over him, and thought that women must have killed this person. Funny how that works. Yeah, he's searching for Spider-Woman because obviously him and Peter and Gwen were close, and he wants to find the killer of his daughter's best friend, right? And he gets really close, so close in fact that he finds out Spider-Woman's secret identity, and it's not pretty at all. What does Gwen do? She just runs off into the multiverse. Teenage angst, breaking out of home at night, sleeping with people you're not supposed to, going into the multiverse. Anyways, so when she does return towards the end of the movie to get a photo of Miles and herself, they sort of make up, right? And the thing is, it's as I said, it's nothing we have not seen before, but because it is animated in this really cute paintbrush style, it just enhances the entire thing like 50-fold for me. On another note, let's talk about the Spot, right? I mean, we have all seen the Spot in the trailers. It's the Dalmatian or cow-looking guy. Thank you for that joke, Spider-Man. I'm never letting that go. And you would think that it's a joke villain, like he's dropping bread out of his stomach or whatever. Initially, he does feel like that. But I believe that the Spot is a perfect evolution of Electro. Let me explain. Bald dude. Unassuming person initially. Eventually turns out to be a nightmare for the entire city. Eventually turns out to be a nightmare for the entire universe. Kills someone close to Spider-Man. If you follow the canon. Basically, I guess the Spot is supposed to kill Miles Morales' father in this universe, but it hasn't happened yet, and Miles is trying to stop it from happening. So the Spot, right, he keeps insisting that he's Spider-Man's main nemesis, and he says that because he created a dimensional collider which made a spider travel from universe number 42 to Miles Morales' universe, which is I think Earth 1510, and makes this spider go and bite Miles Morales. So in a way, this researcher made Miles the hero that he is today. And what does Miles do in return? He blows up the collider, at the end of the Into the Spider-Verse, and that explosion, as explosions do in comic books, gives this guy superpowers and makes him into a interdimensional traveling being, because that makes sense. There comes a point where he runs out of dimensional energy or whatever, and so now what he's doing is he's going from particle collider to particle collider where Alchemax exists, and he is sort of gaining dimensional energy. And I'm going to tell you, this guy is a straight up horror villain. Just look at this thing. Look at this thing. Tell me this is not from I don't know, the Saw franchise or something. I don't watch horror. Please don't crucify me. There's obviously the gelling together of various art styles, which has been introduced in the previous thing. And then there is this freaking giant whatever this spider demon is. Like, my god, what is this thing? Miguel, you really be going down the supervillain route. Like, seriously. Like, if you have this as your pet, I don't think you're going to be a hero at all. Fangs or no fangs, I don't know. In all seriousness though, vampirism aside, you do think that Miguel O'Hara is kind of full of shit, and that is because of two reasons. Firstly, because Spider-Punk, or Hobie as he's called, he doesn't really trust Miguel O'Hara, to the point that he not only encourages Miles to escape from the prison that he's put in, he also kind of backs out and leaves the whole elite spider group. Also, he helps Gwen to get her own universe hopper in the case that the universe hopper that Miguel O'Hara gave her doesn't seem to work. So someone who is considered very important by every single spider person in that spider in the lobby does not trust Miguel O'Hara. That's a red flag. Secondly, Miguel O'Hara tells Miles that he is not supposed to be Spider-Man because technically the spider that bit him is not from his universe, so he is the first anomaly, the original anomaly. And now he is trying to prevent him from saving his father from being killed by the Spot, who is also an anomaly. And he's trying to do that because that will create an anomaly that will unravel Miles' universe. Yeah, you know what, Miguel, considering your backstory of losing your daughter, I really think you are just in it because you are salty. I'm not gonna lie. Well, yes, we did see Spider-Man's universe unravel, specifically Spider-Man India's universe, where I think the father of Spider-Man India's girlfriend, Inspector Singh, is supposed to die, but he doesn't because Miles saves him, and as a result, the universe begins to unravel. But the thing is, this particular unraveling looks very close to the Spot's unraveling, and I know that the Spot is getting dimensional energy from somewhere, but like, I don't know. I really don't trust this guy. So say of it what you will. This movie is like an absolute delight through and through, and I really really cannot wait to watch it again. Do Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen get together? I don't know. Does Spider-Man eventually save his father? I don't know. Does Miguel eventually get to Spider-Man and succeed in his goals of, I don't know, vampirizing entire universe? I don't know. Why? Because this movie ends in a cliffhanger, and it's all the better for it. And the cliffhanger, let's talk about that. So Miles accidentally gets transported to his not home dimension, in the sense that because he got a spider bite from a spider from universe 42, he gets transported to universe 42, where a Spider-Man doesn't exist because that universe's spider bit somebody else. In this universe, everything has gone to shit. Uncle Aaron is still alive and Miles is the Prowler. Wow. That sting, like, this is the perfect way to bring back a quote-unquote dead character, right? Like, my god. On the other side of things, Gwen is creating her own band, which, I mean, I think she starts the beginning by joining a band, and now she is going to fight against Miguel's team. These Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, who is the pregnant Spider-Woman from the trailers. She's amazing, by the way. She's totally going to be an amazing mom because she's an amazing mom to Gwen Stacy and pretty much an amazing mom to every other Spider person ever, like Ben Reilly, who is constantly stuck in an emo phase. But anyways, she just looks on and lets Gwen do her thing. So I'm really excited to see where this thing is gonna go. And I'll tell you what, when I was watching this movie, I was sad about something, and the movie was so good that I forgot what I was sad about. I'm not joking. This is something that actually happened. You know, this may be a rambly video, but this movie is beautiful. This movie makes you cry. This movie makes you laugh. There are interesting cameos. It stuffs so much in. You would think that it just like it would just implode on itself, and you know, there are like millions and millions of spider people, but like, no, somehow all of these Spider-Men, even Ben Reilly, feel unique, distinct, and all have personality. And that is in no small part to how differently they're animated, how the animators play with different art style. And that is why I'll say this movie is definitive proof that animation is superior to live action. Fight me on that, commenters. And you know, it definitely seems that this is going to cross over with the MCU, and I for one cannot wait, considering that they actually call the MCU Universe 199999. That is the main reason to support it, not that because this movie is good. Who cares about that, right? Anyways, that's it. I think I have rambled on enough. I hope you enjoyed the Shattered Dimensions gameplay. I thought it would be appropriate considering the subject matter. If you like this video, please give it a like. Share this video with your friends. Leave a comment down with your thoughts and other wonderful stuff. If you want to know more about me, check out my socials. There will be links in the description. Also, there will be a link to my website, www.nightwalkergc.com, where I write opinion pieces on things that I don't want to make a full video on, but I want to say something about anyways. Basically, I write articles, so check that out if that's your thing. I'm also the author of a novel called Dreams of Perfection, and my second novel is about to come out. The short description of that novel will be in the description. Also, links to buy that novel will also be in the description. So check that out if that's your thing. And if this kind of content is your thing, well, I'm actually trying this kind of content for the first time. I actually just make gameplay and reaction videos until now. So I don't know, I might make this kind of content again if you guys respond to it. So, you know, if this is your thing, then please hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, all notifications turned on, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.
Here comes a little Chicago.